He was a social analyst, nonconformist, and one of the greatest stand-up comedians ever.
See, I'm a visionary. I'm ahead of my time. Trouble is, I'm only about an hour and a half ahead.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 George Carlin bits.
Isn't he nice? Oh, he is so nice.
Please be advised, this clip contains mature language and themes. You have been warned.
I got a really filthy joke for you, Bill. But there's a lady here.
Oh, that's okay. She's filthy too. Go ahead, Glenn. Let's hear it.
Number 10.
Have a nice day. Yeah. You want to give me my fucking change, please?
Carlin made it out of the hippy-dippy 70s a little older, a little more clean-cut, and a little crankier.
Some of them are really insistent. I said have a nice day! All right, goddammit, all right, I'll give it a shot.
He had already made himself famous by picking apart the ridiculous way people interact, and this bit is the ultimate example. This routine came at a time when he was still focusing on observational humor, not politics or the grumpy old man shtick.
Crappy day, hey, that'd be easy. It's no trouble at all. A crappy day, just get up. There's no planning involved for a crappy day.
Number 9. State prison farms. This is when Carlin started railing against society with newfound bitterness. Here's his blackly funny hypothesis about carting the worst criminals to fenced-off rectangular-shaped states.
Rectangular states are cheaper to fence, saves the taxpayers money, you know?
Where they'd fight to the death for captivated TV audiences. His trademark vocabulary in full force, he spouts religious one-liners as easily as he paints absurd mental pictures.
No, the Maniac Farm will be reserved strictly for hopeless cases, like a guy who gets a big tattoo on his chest of Liza Minnelli taking a shit. You know? And he tells you if he wiggles a certain way, it looks like she's wiping her ass, you know?
This bit is essential Carlin because of the questions it asks about morality and the system.
Everyone will have guns, everyone will have drugs, and no one will be in charge. Just like now. But at least we'll have a balanced budget.
Number 8. Dumb Americans. It plays more as a rant than as a comedy routine, but this Carlin bit was way ahead of the curve.
This country is full of nitwits and assholes. You ever notice that? Oh, my goodness.
As a forefather of Jon Stewart and Stephen Colbert types, Carlin brought politics and comedy together to give us a clear perspective, only he did it with a venomous anti-establishment view.
That's what the owners count on, the fact that Americans will probably remain willfully ignorant of the big red, white, and blue dick that's being jammed up their assholes every day.
Long story short, the system's broken, corporations are evil, and the American dream is, well, he'll tell you.
It's called the American dream because you have to be asleep to believe it.
Number 7. The Planet is Fine. This was one of Carlin's personal favorites, and it's just as relevant now as it was then. Carlin attacks self-righteous environmentalists for their arrogance over the Save the Planet game.
The planet is fine. The people are fucked. The people are fucked.
Bleak? Yes. Blunt? Yep. Brutal? Uh-huh. But that was Carlin in his later years.
How about the people in Kilauea, Hawaii, who build their homes right next to an active volcano and then wonder why they have lava in the living room?
Gotta wonder if he wanted to see humanity fall flat on its collective face.
Planet will shake us off like a bad case of fleas. A surface nuisance.
Number 6. Things you never see, hear, or want to hear. Like we've mentioned, Carlin was a fan of words and theoretical situations.
There's a lot of things you never see, and you don't know you don't see them because you don't see them. You got to see something first to know you never saw it, then you see it and you say, hey, I never saw that. Too late, you just saw it.
The fast-talking, mind-bending wordsmith invents a succession of bizarre hypotheticals strung together by his increasingly gravelly voice.
Well, Jim, there's no reason why you shouldn't live another 20 to 30 years. However, you will be bleeding constantly from both eyes.
Only the things you never see, hear, or want to hear were a little more innocent than those listed in state prison farms. Well, sorta.
As soon as I put this hot poker in my ass, I'm going to chop my dick off.
Sometimes all it takes is a funny turn of phrase and a good dose of profanity to bust a gut.
I'm the first person in the world to put those words together in that particular order. First down, number 1.
Number 5. Carlin on Death and Aging. Recorded just months before his death, the album It's Bad For You features several bits that deal with aging and death.
So you know what I've been doing? Going through my address book and crossing out the dead people. You do that? That's a lot of fun, isn't it?
And of course, the ridiculous things people say when confronted with these facts of life.
You know, I lost my father. He'll turn up.
Particularly poignant because of its timing, satirical as always, and sharp-tongued as ever, Carlin goes for logic over emotion, questions false sympathy, and reiterates his intolerance for bullshit.
If someone did somehow survive death in a non-physical form, I personally think he'd be far too busy with other celestial activities than to be standing around paradise, smiling down.
Number 4. Carlin on religion and God. Depending on your point of view, this bit could be incredibly abrasive or incredibly relevant. But you can be sure Carlin did not care.
If you do any of these 10 things, he has a special place full of fire and smoke and burning and torture and anguish where he will send you to live and suffer and burn and choke and scream and cry forever and ever till the end of time. But he loves you.
He knew that nothing in smart comedy was out of bounds. His Catholic upbringing inspired a hostile view of religion, but also helped him understand the topic enough to pick it apart with surgical precision.
Suppose your prayers aren't answered. What do you say? Well, it's God's will. Thy will be done. Fine, but if it's God's will and he's going to do what he wants to anyway, why the fuck bother praying in the first place?
Hey, he almost makes praying to Joe Pesci make sense. How can you beat that?
2 reasons. First of all, I think he's a good actor, okay? To me, that counts. Second, he looks like a guy who can get things done. Joe Pesci doesn't fuck around.
Number 3, a place for my stuff. Carlin's stand-up focused on many profound topics, but it can't all be religion, politics, and death.
Everybody's got to have a little place for their stuff. That's all life is about. That's the meaning of life. Trying to find a place to keep your stuff.
With spot-on observational humor like this, Carlin wins everyone back and blows their minds. And we mean everyone. Who can't relate to the idea of stuff? Having stuff, keeping stuff, getting more stuff.
That's all your house is. It's a place to keep your stuff while you go out and get more stuff.
Great writing and even greater delivery help this bit give new meaning to the phrase, "It's funny 'cause it's true."
Sometimes you gotta move. Sometimes you gotta move. You gotta get a bigger house. Why? Too much stuff.
Number 2, baseball and football.
Baseball is played on a diamond in a park, the baseball park. Football is played on a gridiron in a stadium, War Memorial Stadium.
While many praise his political comedy, Carlin was at his best when focusing on lighter, universal commentaries on everyday things. Perhaps one of the greatest examples of his grip on language and pop culture is this famous sports-themed routine, which he tweaked throughout his career.
Baseball has no time limit. We don't know how long it's going to last. We might have extra innings. Football is rigidly timed, and it will end even if we have to go to sudden death.
Why'd he keep coming back to it? It's a classic. Funny, accurate, biting, articulate, and a little mean. It's Carlin to a T.
Football, you get a penalty. In baseball, you make an error. Whoops.
Number 1, 7 words you can never say on television. It was the early 70s, and Carlin was emerging from his mainstream shell as a counterculture icon.
All I could think of was shit, piss, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, and tits, man.
This breakout bit built Carlin's name and got him arrested, while the updated filthy words took things to the Supreme Court.
There are words that you can say, no problem. Topography! No one has ever gone to jail for screaming topography. But there are some words that you can go to jail for.
Indecent but not obscene, this became his signature routine because it dissected language, skewered the status quo, and had lots of cursing.
Nobody even tells you when you're a kid what the words are that you're supposed to avoid. You have to say them to find out which ones they are. Shit! Oh, fuck! That's 2.
We're still looking for the job where swearing is applauded.
Poontang.
Do you agree with our list?
Say, that's fairly decent.
Which is your favorite George Carlin routine? For more top 10s, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Life is not that complicated. You get up, you go to work, you eat 3 meals, you take 1 good shit, and you go back to bed. What's the fucking mystery?